guys, Lyra Linx here. It's been a while since my last video, and I thought that I should get back to reading some fanfiction. I'll probably end up at least posting this one today, but since I've fallen so far behind with the fanfiction, I might end up spam uploading. But who knows yet, because I can be a very lazy person, and a lot's been happening in life. Anyway, today is chapter 7 of I Miss You, and already I see a typo. May idled around for hours with no specific goal in mind, just watching as time slowly passed. That should be a comma. She constantly glanced over at the clock, awaiting the hour that she'd be able to meet up with her prince. May hadn't stopped thinking about him all day. He'd looked so darn handsome in his new Unovian clothing. Other than his clothes, he was exactly the way she'd remembered him. Same voice, same smile and hair, her Ash. When the clock read 5:45, she cheered silently and exited her house. She couldn't help but run to the edge of the woods, hoping Ash would be as early as she was. He wasn't, which made May a bit disheartened, but she knew it was still pretty early. She took a good look at the forest. May hadn't been out here in the longest time. It was scattered with thousands of conifers and barely any deciduous trees. That's oddly specific. May loved the smell of pine needles and took in a deep breath, enjoying the nice scent. Just when she least expected it, Ash came up behind her and grabbed her, causing her to scream in fear. Ash laughed out loud, and just as she was about to scream at him, he said, "Sorry, I couldn't help myself." He paused, laughing. "You're the same old May, aren't you?" May swallowed her anger, not wanting to be mean to Ash after he came so far out of his way just to see her. May blushed at the thought of that. "So, May began, nervously poking her two index fingers together. "What is it you wanted to tell me?" Ash leaned on his heels, swinging back and forth nervously. He looked like he was about to throw up. "Did you eat something bad? You look pale," May told him, a little bit worried. "I'm fine," but he took a deep breath. "Why don't we get something to eat? Question mark. I'll tell you after the meal." End quote. May's eyes sparkled in delight. Food. One of the many things her and Ash had in common was their inhuman appetite. May's stomach grumbled. "Yeah, let's go," she exclaimed, jumping up and down with excitement. "I'm in the mood for some ramen." Ash nodded, his stomach also beginning to rumble. "Ramen sounds great. Heck, I could eat a Snorlax." May laughed happily. It felt just too amazing to have him here, and to top it all off, he was taking her out to eat. Her night was officially perfect. Time skip. The ramen restaurant he took her to was fabulous. Its walls were... That doesn't need a apostrophe, rather. Its walls were decorated with all kinds of gorgeous designs, and she inhaled the beautiful scent of freshly made ramen. All the tables were candlelit, and the waiters looked so professional. Oh my, switch. How could a ramen place be so classy? Ash pulled out her chair for her like a gentleman, and promised to pay for anything her heart desired. May snickered a little, knowing his wallet would be emptied. The waiter quickly came over to them. "What will the lovely couple be ordering today?" "I'd like one of every kind of ramen you've got, except that low-calorie junk," Ash answered quickly. He hadn't corrected the waiter when he'd called them a couple. Did he like her, or was he just preoccupied by the menu? "I'll take the same thing," said May, licking her lips hungrily. The waiter looked a bit shaken. Ooh, he shook. "That's going to cost quite a bit of money. Can you handle the expenses?" "No worries," Ash said, waving around his wallet. "I've been saving up for a nice restaurant like this." The waiter smiled, obviously satisfied, and disappeared through some gray doors, taking their order to the chef. May and Ash didn't talk much as they waited for their dishes, mostly just mindless small talk. Ash talked about Iris, the new girl he was traveling with, and May had to bite her lip before she could make any ugly comments. "Is this Iris girl your—" May paused, wincing at the thought. "Is she your girlfriend?" Ash laughed. "No way, she's just a new friend. She could never compare to you, May—" He stopped talking as he realized what he was saying. He cleared his throat, and as May was about to say something, the waiter returned with their... Really? I spelled that wrong too. Returned with their food, changing the atmosphere. Here you are, all of our finest ramen. But May didn't want to eat now. She was wondering about what Ash had just said. Great, another mystery. That ends chapter 7. That was kinda nice. Although ridden with mistakes as per usual. So, moving right along to the chapter 7 reviews. Ruru Puppy. So many mysteries. Ash should just confess already. He's wasting me time. Yes, I typed me. Yeah, he's wasting my time too. Ultratron. Great chapter. Yeah, I would laugh too if someone asked me if Iris was Ash's girlfriend. I absolutely hate Iris. To be honest, she's not my favorite, and I don't think she's the favorite of very many people. I'm not sure if I despise her, but meh. Red Hood Lover. I love it. Alright, I guess that ends it here. It's a nice little date. Ash should just admit his feelings. Hopefully, I'll do a couple more of these today. We'll see. Like and subscribe for more comments, and I hope to see you in another video. Bye!